Who are you? My face is still swollen from the last time.
Hold on. Who are you?
That depends. Who's asking?
Henry. You don't have to be afraid of me.
I'm Pavel. And you really weren't sent by Pivet?
I don't know any Pivets.
Really?
Was it him who did this to you?
His father's men. Pivet's is the son of the richest farmer in the village.
So what's between the two of you? Why would he send me to you? Or anyone?
Well, he threatened he'd have me whipped if I
If you what?
didn't stay away from Ursula.
So why doesn't Pivets want you to court Ursula?
Because her pa promised her hand in marriage to him. So he behaves like she's already his. But he doesn't deserve her.
You think?
He's a heartless bastard.
And who's this Ursula?
The sweetest girl in the village. And she's really pretty.
And you like Ursula?
Who wouldn't? Only... I don't know.
You don't know what?
It's all the same to you anyway. I'm very fond of her. You'll find no lass with such a big heart for miles around.
And does she feel the same way about you?
Aye. I think so.
Why would you do what Pivets tells you?
I've got no choice. He's right. I'm just a hired hand. While he's the son of the richest farmer in the village.
Are you so afraid of Pivets you would let him have Ursula?
What can I do against him? I'm just an outsider and a pauper. If he wanted, he could have me thrown out of the village.
So stop whining and do something about it.
That's just what I'm doing. I'm saving all my coins so I can apprentice myself to a local cobbler. But it takes time, and Ursula is already promised to Pivets. The only way it could change is if people started to see Pivets differently.
How do you mean?
Like if he killed someone, or robbed people in the village. What do I know?
If it turned out he was a thief?
Probably. And the main thing is, Ursula would turn against him. She's as honest as a saint. But why would he steal? He has everything he needs.
He wouldn't. Not him.
Are you saying I do it and let him take the blame? But that's a sin.
True. But all you have to do is repent, and God will forgive you.
I suppose that's true. Maybe it's not such a bad idea after all. Nothing will happen to Pivets if he's from a rich family. But he'll lose Ursula. And it'll give me time to earn enough for her dad to let me marry her. But I live here. If I get caught, they'll make me an outcast and I have nowhere else to go. Someone else will have to do the stealing.
I'll gladly do it.
You will?
Sure. Only I don't know what's worth stealing around here.
I can help you with that. For the whole village to turn against Pivets, every family would have to be robbed.
And who's living here?
Father Anthony, the parish priest, Ursula's family, the Vimola brothers where I work, old Bahushka, and of course, Pivet's family.
What should I steal from the priest?
Father Anthony? Maybe this manuscript he's been writing for ages.
Where is your priest rectory?
The rectory is the cottage by the church.
What's the book?
I don't know. I can't read. But I heard it's something about potions and...
Alchemy?
That's it!
What can I take from the Vaymolas?
I can tell you exactly what. I work for them. Besides, I can even give you the key to their house, so you have it easier. Well, the younger brother is the local cobbler, and he's just made a fine pair of shoes for the Suckdoll blacksmith.
Thanks. What about the older brother?
I don't know. He had this really valuable St. Francis medal.
Had?
Aye. He lost it a while ago. It'd have to be found first.
So someone else stole it?
It's possible, but he might have just lost it. Although, young Vaymola claims a magpie stole it.
A magpie? Well, I've found all sorts of things in magpies' nests, that's true.
None of us believe him. but it's not in the house for sure. We searched it from top to bottom.
All right. I'll have a look around for nests. And you wouldn't know where the magpie nests are, would you?
I don't know. Try the biggest trees. Young Vaymoller even showed me what a magpie sounds like, but I can't make the sound.
And can you tell me where
In the parlour.
And when I've got all the loot, where at Pivet's am I to hide it?
You haven't got anything yet. Be glad if you don't get caught. Here's the key. And when you've got everything, come back to me.
Sure. Just you wait and see.
And most importantly, I don't want anyone to get hurt.
Don't worry. I'm not some cutthroat.
It was good to see you, my friend.
How satisfied are you with your hired hand, Pav?
Pavel? He's not a bad hand. He's just always trying to get my brother to take him as an apprentice. Says he wants to be a cobbler. Whoever heard of a hired hand becoming a cobbler? He'd do better if he ate less and worked harder.
Yeah, the youth of today.
Hey, don't be rude, lad.
I heard you lost some kind of medal.
Lost? Someone stole it.
Stole? From what I heard, a magpie took it.
Bollocks. That's what my brother thinks, because he spends all his time looking at birds. Mark my words, someone nicked it.
Folk today.
Farewell, my friend.
Is that you?
Who else, my good wife?
Oh, I'm sorry, Francis, but it's good you're here. I just baked some pies, so have some while they're fresh. I made your favourite too. Poppy seed.
I couldn't ask for a better wife.
You flatterer.
The shiny little bugger. That daft old crone really did bake it into a pie. So it really was that magpie that took it. Nowadays, you can't even trust God's creatures.
Put that pig sticker away!
Do you know Pavel?
Pavel who works for the Vemolas? Of course I know him. But who are you?
Henry.
And what have you got to do with Pavel?
I'm a friend of Pavel's.
I'm surprised he never told me about you.
Whereas he's told me all about you.
Really? What did he tell you?
He told me how pretty you were. And he was right.
Uh-huh. That's sweet of him. The silly thing. So what else did Pavel tell you?
I think Pavel is very fond of you.
Aren't you the gossip? What would Pavel say if he heard you now?
I'm not saying anything you don't know already.
No, you're not.
And don't you care for Pavel?
Like I would tell a complete stranger.
Pavel thinks you do.
The cheeky fella.
I'll be going. But now I can see why Pavel is so smitten.
Ah, away with you. God bless you, sir. Can I help you? What are you barging in here for?
Greetings to you.
What do you think of Pavel?
The boy who works for the Vemolas. I don't know. I don't know him very well. You'd better ask my daughter, Ursula. She knows him better than I do.
Thanks for the advice.
Farewell, my friend.
Father, what kind of lad do you think Pavel?
Pavel, the boy who works for the Vemolas. He's a good lad, as far as I know. Yes, but the poor fella doesn't have it easy. He has no family, and he's as poor as a church mouse.
He doesn't have any family.
Afraid not. He's an orphan. There's plenty of them lately. As far as I know, before he came here, the Cumans killed his whole family. That's all I got out of him.
Can't you people help him?
What do you think we've been doing? The Vemolas took him in and gave him a roof over his head.
Well, that's not much.
No, it's not. But times are hard, and that's all we have to give.
Thanks, Father.
You're welcome.
I'll come to you.
Your journey...
May God give you health, sir.
When I tried to talk to Bahushka, she thought I was someone called Francis. Do you know who that is?
That was her husband, but he's long dead.
Then Bahushka must think her...
I told you she was a
I've got everything.
You do? God's nails, you really did it.
Why wouldn't I?
I wasn't so convinced you'd succeed.
What to do now? Do you want me to plant it on him?
No. That is... Leave it to me. Just give me the loot and I'll plant it on him myself.
All right. Here, you have it.
Thanks. I really appreciate this.
That's nothing. When will you set him up?
In a few days, when everyone notices their stuff has gone missing. Don't worry. I'll pay you back. I don't have anything to give you, but I can teach you something. It's hard work being a hired hand. It teaches you to save your strength as much as possible.
That always comes in handy.
You silly doggy.
How's it going? What of it?
Some Glück if you're...
Do you need...
He's a lame...
What was it he stole?
A few small valuables. Some boots and a book.
How did you find him out?
Well, he disappeared just after the robberies.
Well, it had to be him. You can't hide thieving in such a small village.
I agree. Supposedly a poor boy, and he disappears overnight without a word of farewell. Might as well have confessed.
Where might he have gone?
In these parts? Only Kuttenberg.
How can you be so sure?
On account of that book he stole, he wouldn't be able to sell that anywhere else.
Supposing I try and find him.
You'd be pulling a thorn from my side. You think I've got time to run around Kuttenberg looking for some petty thief?
So I'll have a look around and try to find him. Maybe he tried to sell someone that loot.
I was thinking that too. If I was you, I'd ask one of the traders in Kuttenberg about him.
fine day for some...
Good day to you, sir. Good to see you, lad. What do you want?
Has anyone tried to sell some items recently? Maybe a ring, a medal, boots, a manuscript, or a rosary?
No, no one offered me anything like that. Why'd you ask?
I'm looking for a thief.
Well, no one like that would get far with me. This is an honest shop.
And where else could he sell that kind of stuff?
Well, there are some folks that wouldn't bat an eye over some stolen goods. Try the hole in the wall tavern in the Hop Rink. No decent Christian will be caught dead there. The place is run by a fella called Mole. You might get something out of him.
I'll have a look at something.
We're near. Fine. I'm glad you found what you needed, sir.
We're getting married tomorrow.
There.
Aye.
I'll be right there.
Good afternoon.
Has anyone sold you a few small valuables recently? A ring, a medal, or a rosary? A kind of ornate one?
What's it to you? How would I end up if I went around telling everyone about things like that? No one would sell me anything again.
Would you like me to loosen your tongue for you? Along with a few teeth?
You wouldn't.
Want to bet?
I'm not alone here.
Really? Because I don't think anyone's coming to help you.
Fuck! All right.
So, was there someone here like that? Maybe a young fella, kind of bashful?
Aye, he was here. I bought a silver ring, a medal, and a rosary from him, just like you said.
And do you know where I can find him now?
I don't.
You're not much help to me.
I'm not clairvoyant. But he also wanted to sell me some book.
And? What of it?
I didn't buy it. I don't get much call for books among my customers. So I sent him to the book merchant. Try him.
Yeah. I reckon there's not much else I can do. What's new in this?
Try ask
Betty the Bath.
Aye, but that's all I know.
Aye, I'll go and see her.
And that's...
That doesn't sound bad. Thank you, innkeeper. Is it true you hold fights here?
No bloody way. What we do here has nothing to do with fighting. Teeth fly in all directions. Bones crack. Blood flows. It's a bloodbath.
And people do this voluntarily?
Not only voluntarily, but willingly. There's quite a nice heap of money in it. And there are other things at play.
That sounds like something for me.
As you wish. But if Damian, Zavish or Goliath slice you into schnitzel, don't come crying to me.
You can't scare me. I'm in.
Have it your way. I warned you. First, pay me the entry fee.
Here.
Well, let's see. A fight with Damian is first up for you. If he doesn't get you by force, he will certainly get you by pure stench alone.
Cannot wait.
Zavish is up second. When he fights, it's a joy to behold. But there's this one catch. When he's sober, he's not worth a damn. If you want to fight with him, you have to make certain he's got some drinks in him.
And can't you get those drinks into him yourself? You run this place, don't you?
I could, but Zavish has quite a tab here already, so he won't get even a drop on the house anymore. But I won't let him fight if he's sober. Do with that what you may. The last one is Goliath, our champion. Nobody's ever defeated him here.
Maybe I'll be the first.
I know Goliath, and I know what he's capable of. If you value your life, when you go down, stay down. Well, and that's that. We hold the fights in the building next door. The lads will already be waiting for you there. And one more thing. No giving up. You fight as long as you're standing, and if you lose, well, you'll see.
Wonderful.
I'll have a look at the...
Nothing to your liking, sir?
I don't know yet.
Wie geht's, mein Herr?
Has anyone sold you a manuscript recently? A richly illuminated one, probably about the life of St. Francis?
Indeed. A very nice piece of work. Although, that fellow who sold it to me was damned suspicious.
Yeah, I suppose you were wondering how someone who looked like he hadn't got 2 groschen to rub together came by a book like that.
Exactly.
Well, then why did you buy it? If you suspected it was stolen?
So that nothing would happen to it, of course. Supposing he couldn't sell it, what then? It could end up thrown in a ditch, or worse again, in the fire.
Fair enough. Look, you wouldn't happen to know where that fella went afterwards?
Well, he did ask me about the local cobblers. Said he wanted to become an apprentice.
And where did you send him?
To the town center. That's where the only cobblers in the city are.
Show me your where. Have you taken...
There was a fella like that here. Wanted to sell me a pair of boots too. I already have an apprentice, but I bought the boots of him, at least, and sent him to Linhart. His shop is a few doors along.
Good morning, lad.
Was there a youngster here recently asking about an apprenticeship?
There was a fella like that.
And did you take him on?
I did. Just on trial for now, though.
Aha. And where can I find him?
In the workshop at the back. But why? Is he in trouble? He seems like a decent lad.
No, he's not in trouble. I just need to have a word with him.
Go ahead, then.
See you later.
Henry, what are you doing here?
You weren't expecting to see me again so soon, were you?
I wasn't. That is... I'm glad to see you again, Henry.
Really? Why? So that you can explain to me why you played such a dirty trick on me?
I'm sorry, Henry. I really didn't mean to trick you.
You told me that you were going to plant the stuff on pivots and that everything would be returned afterwards.
Yeah, I told you that.
Well, then why the fuck didn't you? Why did you disappear? Why did you steal those things? Christ's sake. This way you've lost Ursula completely.
Henry, I lost her the day I was born poor. Even if Pivettes didn't get her, I'd never have got her father's blessing.
So why did you ask me to steal those things?
I really thought for a while that it all made sense. After all, Pivettes is such an arsehole. But then...
But then what?
But then I realised what a nasty thing it would be to do. Even though he is an arsehole, Pivettes didn't deserve that. And Ursula certainly didn't.
Why didn't you tell me you'd changed your mind? Why didn't you stop me?
I don't know. I suppose I was tempted by the coin I could get for those things.
So it was just the coin you were after?
Don't you understand, Henry? Without that silver, I'd never be able to leave the village or start learning a trade. I'd spend the rest of my life breaking my back for someone else as a hired hand. What kind of life is that?
When did you change your mind?
When I went to see Ursula's father.
You wanted to ask for her hand? Even though he'd already promised her to Pivettes?
No. I just wanted to talk to him out of giving her to Pivettes. Because he's such a bastard. You know, I wanted to be sure there was no other way than the trick we thought up.
And what did he say to you?
He said he's known that long since. But he wouldn't be around for long and he didn't want Ursula to be left alone. At that moment, I realised how shameful it was. What I was doing.
Because of him?
That too. But mostly because of Ursula.
Why didn't you ask for a coin?
And who'd give it to me? Don't tell me you would.
I'd give you coin. You only had to ask. It never had to go this far.
But I never believed anyone would be that generous.
What am I to do with you now? The captain at Suchdol is looking for you.
Henry, please. Tell him anything but the truth. Look, I finally got myself a decent livelihood here.
I'll have to think it over.
I hope you can find in your heart a little of God's mercy, Henry. Farewell, sir.
Another thing about that thief you're looking for.
Yes?
I found him serving as an apprentice with a cobbler in Kuttenberg. He started a new life with the coin he got for that loot.
That's at least some redemption. But justice must be done. My man will take care of the rest. Thank you. Here's something for your effort.
I also found some of those things he stole.
You did?
Yes, some of it. Shall I give it to you?
If you like. Or you can return it to the owners yourself.
I'll leave that to you. It's not everything, though.
No matter. It's still better than nothing.
Good day to you. It's good to see you, lad. Greetings.
That I hear. Oh, so you're doing that. Right then. At least I hope so.
Fuck it up now. You can't be here.
What?
That's kind of you.
I found some of those. It's not everything.
No matter. It's still...
Another thing about that thief.
Yes?
I heard he left for Prague.
Oh, how long has he been gone?
A few days. You won't catch him now.
Damn it, you're right, we won't. But try explaining that to those irate villagers.
Well, that's your concern now.
Thank you kindly.